Hi there, YouTube. Ninjnanonymous here with another fight. This one's actually a rematch against my friend Jared. I lead off with a Scarm. He leads off with a Pert. Go for Taunt because I do not want him getting rocks up. And he gets a crit right off the bat. So that's great. Just my luck, right? So I go to Roost off the damage. Ice Beam is going to do a laughable amount after Roost. So I'm going to be able to get off my spikes. I'm going to actually get off a couple layers of spikes. Now, Tyrone here thinks that I'm going to get frozen. But the joke's on him because I actually run Lumberry on my Scarm. So it's mostly to deal with retarded leads like Roserade and stuff like that. But he goes out to Scizor, and I'm like, shit. Because Scizor, fucks up this team so bad. So I go for the Whirlwind, because I want to shuffle around his team and get residual damage with spikes. I go to Pert to absorb the obvious fire move, and I see he's running Fire Blast. I go for Protect to scout for the Hidden Power Grass, which he runs. And I see the Life Orb recoil, and I'm like, oh, this is going to be an easy KO. Scarftar comes in, and he does work, and that is a dead tranny right there. He goes back into Pert. Obvious Earthquake is obvious. But he predicts that, and he goes for the Ice Beam. I go for Roost to take whatever he's going to throw at me. I go for the Taunt because I don't want him to Wish Pass to anything, especially Scizor. But he goes for the Toxic. I don't know if he was expecting me to switch or that was a misclick or what, but Surf does quite a bit of damage. Excuse me. I know I can't stay in on this for too long, so I go for the Roost just to see what he's going to do. Hopefully I get to see another one of his moves. Go for Whirlwind to shuffle around his team, but he gets a fucking crit on the Superpower, which is really going to hurt me. I switch into Latias to absorb the Surf, maybe even the Ice Beam. That's why I go for the Calm Mind. But he goes back into Scizor. Now I'm really scared that he's going to go for the Bug Bite. I don't know why I went for the Roar. Don't ask me. But thankfully he only runs Superpower. I don't know if he was expecting me to switch to something or whatever. Anyways, I shuffle around his team some more. Excuse me. He goes for the Bullet Punch to get some damage on me. And I take him out with a +1 Draco Meteor. So he gets a good switch into Mence. And as you're about to find out, this is a Life Orbed Mixed Mence. And this thing has the potential to tear right through my team. I go for Protect to scout, and this is when I learn it's a Mixed Mence because he has Fire Blast and Earthquake. Now I'm really hoping that Swampert lives the Outrage here because he's pretty much the only thing besides Latias that can take out Mence. So I get the Ice Beam off, and I get a good kill on him. He goes back into Scarm, and he gets another crit. But, to be fair, Pert really wasn't going to do much except for get his rocks off and maybe fire off an Ice Beam. But so I go into Rotom. Now, for some reason, don't ask me why, but I make the stupid move expecting him to still have Scizor alive. Don't ask me why I still thought Scizor was alive. But I burn Swampert, which is really going to help in case if I ever want to switch to Jirachi. But I don't have to because Rotom's pretty much going to sweep the rest of his team. I go for the T-Bolt because I'm expecting him to switch. And I get a lucky KO on the Vaporeon. And I'm just going to kind of stall him out here to get some residual Will-O-Wisp damage on him. Kind of half expecting him to switch, kind of half expecting him not to. Excuse me. Um, Eventually, Burn is going to wear him down. I'm going to wrist off all of the damage that he did. Uh, Sandstorm kind of hurts me, but it's still a very tiny amount because I have lefties on him. Uh, Burn finally takes out Pert, and his last guy is Scarm, so that is going to be pretty much game because Rotom can, was it like 2-hit KO him with Thunderbolt, but like Sleep Talk, I get a little wisp on him, which is like, oh well, good enough, I suppose. At least that means I get to live the Brave Bird. So that will be a good game, Jared. At least this one wasn't a total shutout. 4-0 was still pretty nice. Like to do it again, though. See ya.